in the morning. Business near Appleton Road and Drumcore Drive in Menasha. Video showed officers surrounding Matthews Tire with broken glass around the business. They say a 34-year-old man inside the store was armed with a samurai sword. Winnebago County SWAT team was called in to help. Negotiating lasted for hours. The man armed himself with additional items and destroyed some things in the business. Police eventually got the K-9 unit involved, and that man was arrested. Election day now 3 weeks away. Many ballots here in Wisconsin and across the country already cast. ABC News political director Rick Klein.
More than 5 million Americans have actually already voted. That's across well more than half of the states. That pace is actually down from 4 years ago when COVID drove record early voting. And while we don't know exactly who voted for whom yet, we do know that more likely Democrats are voting early than likely Republicans. Republicans have actually picked up their pace from 4 years ago. There were more Republicans voting early than last time around.
In-person absentee voting in Wisconsin will open next week, Tuesday. Time for news about your money. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down about 111 points in trading so far today. It is at 42,954. S&P 500 off 20 to 5840, and the NASDAQ at 18,356. That is down about 145 points. Get an honest opinion of where you are financially and where you're headed. Work with a fee-only fiduciary. Start at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, weather are next. Signing Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 10:04.
This report is sponsored by Feldco, Wisconsin's home renewal experts.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's Dave from Feldco. Did drafty windows make last winter frigid? Listen, Feldco's here to make things easier for you. It's the perfect time of year to replace those old windows. Right now, get 50% off windows plus no money down and no interest for 1 year. Visit us at 4feldco.com or give us a call at 866-4FELDCO.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866-4FELDCO.
With an ever-changing inventory, you never know what great bargains you're going to be able to find at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. It makes shopping fun because the best finds are the ones you had no idea you'd even come across. And when they're at thrift store prices, it feels good. And it feels even better to know you're helping us help others. Shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
So if you're selling a $2 million home and you found yourself what you thought was a pretty good deal on your real estate commission, at say about 3.6%, you'd pay $72,000 in real estate commission. Not bad, right? Well, your Benefit Realty agent will charge you no more than $19,000 no matter what size property you're selling for the listing side of your sale. And it all comes with the full service you'd expect from an experienced real estate brokerage. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com. We've saved our clients over $19 million in real estate commission. Now, I say this because that's a pretty big number, but I also bring it up because it's always been cool for us to save our clients money. It's not about being the top volume agency. Over here, it's more about you. And at 1.9% commission with a cap on our commission for the listing side of your sale, no matter what size property you're selling, you will save substantially. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
Time for WTMJ Sports Update for the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Green Bay Packers with their off day today. Head coach Matt LaFleur noting that the NFC North is the best in football, with the Vikings undefeated, Lions 4-1, but the Packers and Bears at 4-2. However, he's not terribly worried about all that at the moment.
Right now, we got a team that's 5-1 coming into our place, so if we're worried about anything other than the Houston Texans, then we're worried about the wrong thing.
The Packers have the aforementioned Texans at Lambeau Field on Sunday. That's a noon kickoff. Badgers announced kickoff for their homecoming football game on October 26th against Penn State will be a primetime affair. 6:30 will be the kick against the Nittany Lions. Game will be on NBC. And the Bucs beat the Bulls in preseason play at Fiserv Forum 111-107. One more game Thursday in the preseason. And the Bucs open the regular season on the road next week, Wednesday, against Philadelphia. Take a look at the roads. Your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic Report. We got backups on I-43 north and southbound as the left lanes are closed in both directions at about North Avenue. So we're north of downtown. To crash along the median, which is why that's affecting both north and southbound traffic. And then the right lane still blocked around Good Hope Road in the southbound lanes of I-43. That's due to a disabled semi. Backups all the way up to Brown Deer. Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Showers should be coming to an end before noon today, then a chilly high of just 52 degrees. Freeze warning in effect for all of southeast Wisconsin tonight. Mostly clear skies and a low of 35 at the lake, 29 inland. Wednesday, some frost in the morning, then turning mostly sunny, high 57. Sunshine on Thursday with a high of 65. Sunny on Friday. Friday's high 68, and on Saturday, mostly sunny and mild with a high of 70 degrees. Madison right now at 42. In Green Bay and Waukesha, it's 44 degrees, and same here in Milwaukee, 44. I'm Vince Vetrano, Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:09.
We like to do things by the numbers. We're all about commerce and community. Welcome to the Upswing, presented by Horicon Bank, the natural choice for all your banking needs. Now for the host that's always on the upswing, Jeff Sherman.
Now, to business, gentlemen.
Good morning, Wisconsin. Good morning, Milwaukee. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday indeed. Today we're keeping your mind, body, and spirit on the upswing. That's what we're going to do. A chain of mental health clinics continues its growth in greater Milwaukee area with a new location in Waukesha and another under development in Wauwatosa. LA Mental Health has more than 200 plus franchise locations around the country already in Hales Corners and Middleton. We're going to talk about the company's growth, access to care, and changing perceptions around health and the business impacts of mental health. In the second half of the show, the surfing business in Milwaukee and Wisconsin. How's that for an interesting topic? One way to get your mind right, always get next to the water, hit the waves of Lake Michigan. Jake Brissett is the owner of Lake Effect Surf Shop in Shorewood. He's going to join us to talk about the uniqueness of his business and kind of how he juggles everything in his life as an entrepreneur, including surfing each and every day on Lake Michigan. But as we do each and every morning, let's go to Up.
Now it's time for the 2 Up on the Upswing.
First up in business news, things I'm seeing that you may have missed. GoFundMe goes for the votes and the dollars. Donald Trump's campaign is using GoFundMe to rally its network of backers and donors around the survivors of the recent hurricanes and even back to his assassination attempt. That bucks traditional avenues of emergency relief for sure. Two high-profile fundraisers organized by the nominee's national finance director have drawn more than $14 million. Now, these don't violate any campaign finance laws, according to legal experts, nor is the campaign allowed to pocket any of the proceeds from these political ends. But a GoFundMe spokesperson says that all the funds that have been raised, especially during the Butler, Pennsylvania event, have been dispersed. But using a crowdfunding platform kind of marks a pretty unorthodox response to crises for a political campaign. This, according to the AP. Never before has a major party's presidential candidate turned to the for-profit company, which usually features appeals for helping cover tuition costs and medical bills, to mobilize their base towards outside charitable causes. It's pretty unusual and actually quite odd, said Brent Capel, a longtime campaign finance attorney with Harman Kardon, who has advised Republicans and Democrats. Next up, no more Starbucks deals for you. Starbucks is pulling back from promotions and discounting, an early move by the new CEO at Starbucks to reposition the coffee chain after a somewhat turbulent year. This, according to the Wall Street Journal yesterday, since Nicole was tapped as CEO just this August, Starbucks has quietly reduced the frenzy of discounts it had offered in these long stretches in the summer, according to company executives and baristas. Starbucks and other restaurant chains obviously have been going to the discount avenue the last couple months instead of raising prices, but now Starbucks is pivoting away from the discounts that it has been offering to go towards higher-end brews, more discounts in terms of offering more loyalty points and getting back to what it does best, and that's high-end coffee. It's an interesting play, and you knew there'd be changes from the new CEO, just looking at the prices, as we're going to do with the Upswing Coffee Index next. But a grande 16-ounce pumpkin spice latte through the app, you're looking at $6.25 right now. Nearly $10 if you add all the extra syrups and flavors. So, hey, Starbucks, while they're getting away from the discounts, it's far from a discounted cup of brew. All right, this is the Upswing, and you're listening to WTMJ.
Dr. Ken's mind is fine as aged wine, let me tell you.
Hey! This is The Truth on WTMJ.
But this presidential election has taken us as American voters to the next level.
With Dr. Ken Harris and Denise Thomas.
That not all of us are actually liberal, not all of us are actually conservative, not all of the three of us are. Like, we have all sorts of different views and points.
Sunday night starting at 7, right here on WTMJ.
Founded by inventors, fueled by community, and focused on business. This is WTMJ's Jeff Sherman, speaking on behalf of my good friends at Horicon Bank. Horicon Bank has been doing banking differently since 1896. Financing requests can be approved in days, not weeks, because your banker understands you and your business. Service and products go hand in hand, providing top-notch products to meet your cash flow needs. And Horicon Bank gets the job done. Together, doing good, that's their vision, and they're committed to doing what it takes to help your business grow. Horicon Bank, truly the natural choice. Member FDIC.
At All Right Home and Remodeling, we get lots of compliments on our work. But our favorite compliment is a repeat customer. We get lots of those too. It's what happens when you do the job right and you treat your customers right. It's how my family has been helping homeowners replace their windows, siding, doors, insulation, and more for over 50 years now. Visit us at ALLRITE remodeling.com.
Stop by and visit us at the NARI Fall Home Improvement Show, October 18th through the 20th at State Fair Park.
Longing for thick, healthy, gorgeous hair? Say goodbye to shedding thin and dull hair and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume from New Nordic.
Is that coffee?
That's it. I'm getting 100 cups of coffee starting now.
Time for a quick look at your coffee and how much it costs. It's the Upswing's Coffee Index.
Smells good. Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. The Upswing Coffee Index, always looking for new places around the metropolitan Milwaukee area. I stopped at the Stone Creek Cafe and Kitchen in Whitefish Bay this morning, right on Silver Spring. It's a really cool space. It kind of transforms from breakfast to lunch to dinner. It has a full scratch-made dinner menu. Also, 8 local beers on tap. Not like you need that in the morning, but 12 natural wines available at night, too, from these self-service dispensers. It's a really cool, innovative space. Highly recommend it. Open till 9 p.m., too. And my 12-ounce coffee this morning, $2.93, in and out really quickly. But it was buzzing, even with a little rain and a little cold this morning. Pretty active space. Producer Jaslyn, you stopped at another fun spot this morning.
Oh, not the my home. I just made some coffee with some Cameron's brand coffee because I was like, I bought coffee yesterday morning. Okay. I don't need to buy again. And I had a date last night at Anodyne, and I'm like, that's enough spending money on coffee for me. But I'm glad that you mentioned it was open till 9 because I like coffee places that are open late. Because
that's good. Yeah, it's kind of that cafe and kitchen approach. So they do takeout meals and dine in. So it's this kind of full-service cafe approach there from the Stone Creek in Whitefish Bay. All right, a fast-growing chain of mental health clinics has a new location in Waukesha and envisions new clinics around the area, including another one in Wauwatosa. Kelly Keel is the director of the new Ellie Mental Health Clinic in Waukesha, and Kelly joins us on the line this morning. Kelly, thanks for taking time out of your morning.
Yes. Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So mental health stigmas, they've really broken down, right? Yet we're still in the Midwest. We're nice people who want to keep things to ourselves. Tell us about some of the economic and just personal factors that make Wisconsin, specifically the Milwaukee area, such an attractive market for your company's expansion.
Sure. Absolutely. So, I would almost argue to say that anywhere in the U.S. is really attractive for expansion. The need is just so high for mental health services and finding access and care. In the U.S., there are actually 350 individuals for every one mental health provider. So that is just a staggering statistic, but more specific to Milwaukee, there's so much segregation. There is so much unmet need here, and there are just a lot of people who are underserved.
Mm-hmm. So if you look at Ellie's business model, which obviously you're offering therapy, several different types of therapy, specialized programs. How do you compete with all the online offerings and then just the established clinics?
Sure. Yeah. So it again just kind of comes back to partnering. There's just such high need that we really just see ourselves as partnering and joining the community and helping. And actually we get really positive feedback from other professionals as we're opening because they have somewhere to refer and vice versa, when we're looking for a specialized type of care. As far as virtual offerings, I think post-COVID, there's a lot of virtual fatigue. People want to be in person again, and they want to get out of their home, and they want to have a pleasant, comfy office space where they can come to and meet in person when possible. So I think having that model where we're able to offer both forms, I think makes a big difference as well based on client preference.
Kelly Keel is the director of the new Ellie Mental Health Clinic in Waukesha, joining us this morning. So, Kelly, as you look at kind of the expansion of Ellie Mental Health, you've gone from a single clinic in 2015 to over 200 across the country now. What are some of those factors other than just the specific need for the therapists?
Sure, as far as the growth?
Yes, correct.
Sure. Yeah. So, I think, so Ellie is owned and ran by clinicians all the way up to the CEO. And so I think that the model from the start has been very smart as far as finding work-life balance for clinicians, having really just appropriate work expectations, not inundating clinicians with so many clients that the clinician becomes burned out or can't feel that they're fulfilling the needs of each client. And so the model is really set up to take care of clinicians first so that they can provide the best care to clients. One other major difference is with Ellie, we really encourage each clinician to really advocate for themselves and see their specialized population. What they're most excited about working with clients on, because that can have a huge variation as opposed to just taking general population. And so getting clients to the right person and encouraging clinicians to get the caseload of the populations that they would like to work with, I think makes a big difference as well.
Kelly Keel is the director of the new Ellie Mental Health Clinic in Waukesha. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the franchise model and kind of dive into the economic impact of increased access to mental health services in the greater Milwaukee area. This is The Upswing, and you're listening to WTMJ.
Creative Planning presents Rethink Your Money with John Hagenson, Saturday afternoon at 2. Join John each week as he challenges financial advice you've been given and reaffirms what you know to be true. If your financial plan doesn't include taxes, insurance, estate planning, and investing, it's incomplete and you can't afford to miss out. At Creative Planning, we provide all the expertise, all the advice you need, all in-house. To learn more, visit creativeplanning.com/radio.
Any exterior remodeling company can give you a lot of good reasons to get a new roof, siding, windows and doors, or masonry work. Aesthetic appeal alone or just resale value help it all make sense. But I'm compelled to continue to tell you what sets Semper Fi apart from the rest. What you're going to get from Semper Fi is a reputation that is backed by an undeniable stack of proof that we are who we say we are. Our character is guided by a level of trust and accountability which not only holds our teams together, but also keeps our reputation intact. And ultimately, that means leaving you satisfied. So when you're about to make that big investment in your home, isn't that what you want? This is Brad Youngluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
As you age, you start noticing pain in your joints that didn't used to be there. But you don't have to live in pain. When joint pain becomes a reality, schedule your free pain evaluation with Rejuvenex. We'll find where your pain lives and inject powerful, FDA-approved medicines that reduce inflammation and pain while improving mobility in hips, shoulders, elbows, and knees, with some patients experiencing relief for greater than 2 years before repeating the process. While treatments like stem cells can cost close to $10,000 per joint, at Rejuvenex, the cost for your injection can be as low as $65, and almost all major insurance plans cover our treatments, so you may not have to pay anything at all. Call us now to schedule your free pain evaluation, because I'm pretty sure we can help you. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, where we can alleviate your pain and rejuvenate your life. Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Hi, it's Rose Gray from Fox World Travel, inviting you on an unforgettable 2025 European journey. Travel in style, embrace beauty, and create memories with new friends as you visit our favorite destinations, including Ireland, Italy, Germany, France, Switzerland, Poland, Croatia, and more. Whether it's your first or your 10th time visiting Europe, you don't want to miss out on our expertly crafted group tours with Insight Vacations, Globus, or Avalon Waterways. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. Let's explore the world together.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. Giving Tuesday is sponsored by Seniors Helping Seniors of Waukesha. In-home care for seniors, by seniors. We're talking with Kelly Keel from Ellie Mental Health in Waukesha. Kelly, again, thanks for taking time this morning. We appreciate it. As you look at kind of the company's model and the acceptance of Medicare and Medicaid and other major insurance payers, how does that affect the competitiveness of your business here in Wisconsin?
Sure. I think that actually makes a really big difference. You know, we run into a lot of, the general community runs into a lot of barriers with insurances being accepted, running into self-pay and unaffordable care. And so being able to, widely offer that we do accept Medicaid, Medicare, and all insurance payers, including we really encourage people to call even if they don't see their insurance listed on our website, because we will go find that insurance and we will get them in network for us. We will contact them and do all the background work so that we're able to panel with as many insurances as possible. And a lot of times that just isn't the case because it's a lot of background work and a lot of administrative type of work in order to make the contact with insurances.
Yeah. So in terms of innovation around treatment, the company has a innovation hub in Minnesota as you look for new service lines and new therapies. How do you roll those out nationally, and are they specific to different markets?
Sure. Yeah, that's a great question. So actually, the model is really meant to empower each clinic to sort of make their own decisions and hire, us as directors really see fit clinically. And so when we see a need in a certain area, we definitely target to hire clinicians that have those specialties. So for instance, right now we're seeing a lot of need with children and families. And so we look into expanding, and hiring for play therapists and therapists who specialize in that area, as well as Spanish speaking. We would love to get someone who's bilingual to meet the needs of the Spanish-speaking community as well. So it's really personalized to each clinic.
So the franchise model for people like you really offers that ability to tailor the therapy to the markets and to use different things. Like I'm hearing more and more that humor is being used in treatment philosophies.
Yes.
Is that what you're finding?
Yes, absolutely. That's huge for us here. We down to the signs around the office and the comfortability and just the encouragement to really be authentic, creative, compassionate, and I really, as a therapist, try to be myself in sessions. And we're all human, and we all have our flaws, and we all have mental health, right? So, really, just being very open and honest about life's journey.
Very good. So what is if someone's looking to get help, either, personally or as a family or through their place of work, what's your simple suggestion?
Sure. So I would suggest, we have every therapist individually listed on Psychology Today. But even the easier way would just be to Google us, look up Ellie Mental Health Waukesha, and we have no wait list, we have immediate openings, and we've got 6 clinicians excited to meet the community.
All right. And when is the official grand opening of the Waukesha location, Kelly?
Yeah, so we're accepting appointments and clients now, but our big grand opening party, that is on October 26th, and that goes from 11 to 2, and people can come and meet clinicians, do face paint, and have snacks, and just check out our gorgeous brand new space.
All right. And then in terms of the growth around the area, here maybe Wauwatosa is the next location, and then is it kind of up to the franchise owner then to identify the new opportunities from a marketplace standpoint?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So they kind of can take a look at, economically what's going to make sense from a business standpoint. And then, we collaborate together to determine accessibility. Would love to be in Wauwatosa next with a bus line, closer to a bus line. There's that medical campus over there, and just would love to become newly accessible to a whole new population of people.
Very good. Kelly Keel is with Ellie Mental Health Clinic in Waukesha. Kelly, I appreciate your time this morning, and all the best with the grand opening.
Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
Thank you. Up next, surfing on Lake Michigan and the business behind it, specifically as we enter the winter months. Be a fascinating conversation for sure. WTMJ News Time is 10:30. ABC News and local headlines are coming up next.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. Even after the arrest of a man accused of making threats against disaster response workers in North Carolina, Governor Roy Cooper says there's still a persistent and dangerous flow of misinformation regarding the federal hurricane response. And so
I've directed the Department of Public Safety to coordinate law enforcement assistance for FEMA and other responders who need it to help ensure their safety and security so people can keep getting the help that they desperately need.
The presidential candidates continue to hit the swing states. Vice President Harris heading to Michigan today. Former President Trump will be in Georgia. Trump continues to lash out at Harris's medical report, which she released, and writing a new social media post, quote, "My report is perfect, no problems." That despite failing to release his own detailed medical records. 2 pandas from China have been flown to the U.S., and they're going to take up residence in Washington's National Zoo. This is ABC News.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:31. Held in council. Milwaukee Common Council again debating and again delaying action on the proposed adoption of a new city flag. Proposal before the council to make the so-called People's Flag, the one depicting sunrise over Lake Michigan, the official city flag. After discussing the possibility even of putting the issue before voters in a spring referendum, the council again took no definitive action, holding the matter over to its next meeting. Morgan Geyser wants out again. Geyser, one of the 2 girls found guilty of stabbing a former classmate in a case that gained worldwide attention known as the Slenderman case in Waukesha. Geyser, now 22, filed her latest petition for release Friday afternoon. She has been held in a psychiatric hospital since pleading guilty to first-degree intentional homicide. Election date, November 5th, but more than 250,000 people in Wisconsin have already cast a ballot. Wisconsin Elections Commission showing more than 226,000 absentee ballots returned. In-person absentee voting can begin in the state 1 week from today. News about your money, WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down just about 95 points. It's at 42,970. S&P 500 at 5843. That's off 17 points. And the NASDAQ is down as well, about 123 points to 18,375. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Taking a look at the roads, your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic Report. Backups on I-43 north and southbound. The left lane's closed in both directions at about North Avenue due to a crash that appears to be along the median, which is why it's affecting both north and southbound traffic. And it looks like we've cleared that disabled semi on I-43 in Glendale. It was blocking the right lane around Good Hope. In the southbound lanes, it is now cleared, but residual delays still up near Brown Deer Road. Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Showers should come to an end before the noon hour. Just a few clipping this far southeast corner of the state coming off of Lake Michigan this afternoon. High of just 52 degrees today. A freeze warning in effect for all of southeast Wisconsin tonight under mostly clear skies with a lakeside low of 35, 29 degrees your low temp inland. Frost in the morning on Wednesday and a high of 57 degrees. Sunshine on Thursday, high of 65. Friday, a sunny high of 68. And Saturday, mostly mild and sunny once again with a high of 70. In Madison, it's 44 degrees. Green Bay at 44. Waukesha 45. And in Milwaukee, also 45 degrees. I'm Vince Vitrano, Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:34.
Okay, close your mouth and take a deep breath in through your nose. So the way it's supposed to be is that you should be able to breathe easily. You shouldn't feel constrained. What it should feel like is air briskly flowing freely through both nasal passages, day and night. And if not, there's a problem. And it's a don't know what your problem really was until you got it fixed kind of problem. You're living with it. I mean, you're tired a lot. It might give you headaches and sinus pressure, but you're living with it. Yeah, you sound like almost every patient we help until we get their problem fixed. And then you hear them saying, why would I put up with that? Advent will get you breathing freely again with simple in-office solutions like turbinate reduction along with balloon sinuplasty that really can change your life.
To date, Advent has solved over 40,000 breathing triangle problems. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows. When you breathe well, you live better. AdventKnows.com. Results may vary.
Hi, this is Julie Coombs and Cindy Stormfisher with Stormfisher Investment Group. Are you a retiring professional worried about the direction of our economy, about making your money last? Come see what we can do for you. Let us show you how we take care of you to help you have a great retirement. We are at 262-796-8400 or stormfisher.com. See you soon.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Arbor Point Advisors, LLC, APA. Osaic Wealth and APA are separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth and APA.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. Is your shower and or tub space looking like it could use an update? WTMJ and Sidex have paired together to give away a tub or shower conversion. This is your chance to get a full makeover valued up to $10,000. All you need to do, you take a picture of your shower, your tub space, and then you text the word creepy with the photo to the WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. Submit your picture, and you could win a full conversion from our good friends at Sidex. For contest rules, visit our website at WTMJ.com. All right, on to the business of surfing. Jake Brissett is the owner of Lake Effect Surf Shop in Shorewood. It opened in 2016. He joins us on the line this morning. Jake, how are you this beautiful fall, almost winter day?
Doing great, Jeff. And we actually got some waves out there today, so I can't complain. This is excellent.
All right. So you've been surfing this morning already?
I held off to have our conversation, but I will be running out there once I dip out of here.
All right, that's great. That's great. So, what's a surfboard going to cost me these days? I just have no idea. I bought some paddle boards through the years, but talk us through kind of just the surfboard 101 economics.
Absolutely. Well, surfboards, just like any industry, cars, things like that. You can find some really nice, expensive ones with all the bells and whistles, and you can find some more affordable, even used ones that are great for beginners and pretty much almost any price point. Generally speaking, a brand new beginner surfboard, we'll say, or a molded epoxy, kind of a more less boutique one would cost around, $400 to $500 brand new. Now, if you're looking at that board used, you're looking more in that, maybe, $200 to $300 range, if you're lucky. But, things have gone up since the pandemic, and more and more people surf. So I will say the prices have gone up, a little bit here and there, but, generally speaking, you can usually get into the sport here for about, $400 for the board, and then maybe another, $400 for that entire wetsuit setup with the boots, the hoods, the gloves, and all that.
Okay. As you were thinking about opening the business, how did you kind of overcome the initial, I'm sure there was some skepticism from banks and maybe investors like, this Jake kid is pitching the idea of a surf shop in the Midwest in Milwaukee. How'd you overcome that? And just tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey.
Absolutely. I never, growing up as a, kid here in Wisconsin, I never planned on, starting a surf shop or, being a retailer or anything like that, really. It was just my love of the sport. I love to snowboard, skateboard, surf, kind of do everything on a board. And, really just going through life, having that be a big part of my life, and ended up, hitting my 20s. I think when you hit your 20s, you're trying to start figuring stuff out in late 20s, early 30s, and what you really want to do. You got the partying out of your scene. So, anyways, yeah, I look, at that point, it was just one of those, like, what do I want to do in life? And I love people. I love teaching people things. And I would find myself on Facebook being that guy that, like, when there's a new surfer in town, would reach out to them and say, hey, here's the gear you need. Here's where you probably want to check out. And I generally, enjoyed that, helping people out, getting started. So, doing that. And then also, my love for surfing, it just kind of blossomed into an idea of starting the surf shop here in Milwaukee.
And was the location in Shorewood, was that purely, hey, it's really close to the lake?
That was a factor, absolutely. Yeah. We were looking at those areas close to a beach because we do offer rentals, and we didn't want to have our customers have to haul gear around town. So, yeah, that was one of the biggest factors. And, I came from Madison, so I really didn't know much about Milwaukee at all, or really what any of these neighborhoods were like. But I did surf in Shorewood here at Atwater Beach, and, it seemed like a very nice community, not only to do business in, but the locals as well are just very nice and supportive. So, I don't it's just funny how the stars align, and we ended up finding an open space that fit our budget, just a half mile from the beach here.
Very good. Jake Brissett is the owner of Lake Effect Surf Shop. When we come back, more inspiration from the entrepreneur, and I want to get your assessments, Jake, kind of just the current retail climate that we're living in, what you're seeing, not only in the North Shore where your location is, but, across the region. This is The Upswing, and you're listening to WTMJ.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Brian Wickert, owner of Wisconsin's own AccuNet Mortgage. I get that most home shoppers just go with their bank when it comes to getting pre-approved, but that's probably a mistake because banks have a lot of overhead, like branches, fancy headquarters, and layers of management. That means their closing costs are typically $1,000 to $3,000 higher than AccuNet's for exactly the same rate. And that's not all. Bank pre-approval letters are usually weak and unconvincing, especially compared to AccuNet's rock-solid, fully verified pre-approval that provides a $2,000 guarantee to you and the seller. Our senior loan consultants will also look at every possible way to strengthen your offer and pre-approval in the eyes of that seller, especially if you're offering over the asking price. We even call the listing agent to reinforce what a great buyer you are. Banks don't do all that. Click on the blue button today at AccuNet.com and let our passionate mortgage pros help you win while you save a bunch of money, too. That's ACCUNET.com.
Goodyear, Dunlop, Kelly, Continental, General, you name it, we got it.
Plus, free flat tire repair, free tire rotations, and more.
So when you're due for tire service, schedule it at richlawns.com.
That's Rich Lawns with 2 N's.
Rich Lawns.
Artwork, especially original artwork, can be pricey. But when you take it in on consignment from nice people like you who are just ready to change the look of their home, you can price it right. And you'll find a lot of it at Design Exchange. Beautiful frame pieces by a number of notable artists. And new ones pop in all the time. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Now these tend to fly off the shelves. But don't worry, because our connection supplies us with a lot of them. Vintage ceiling tiles from once great old buildings in New York City that make for ultra-unique artwork. These items are definitely hard to find from anywhere else around here. So come take a look, and you'll probably find a treasure. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 877-64-BIBLE. That's 877-64-BIBLE. 877-64-BIBLE.
Welcome back to the Upswing. Jake Brissett is the owner of Lake Effect Surf Shop in Shorewood, Wisconsin. Jake, again, thanks for spending time with us this morning. So how do you balance kind of running the brick and mortar, the lessons, the rental business? You're an ambassador at Royal Enfield. I have a family. Like, how do you balance it all in your entrepreneurial brain?
You know, part. You start, I feel like in life you just add stuff on, and it never really gets easier, right? But I'll say one thing is the family always comes first, and that's how it should be, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the first thing I always focus on, is making sure my family's, provided for, taken care of, and most importantly, happy, right? Yeah. So that's the number one priority. Then I'd obviously say the businesses is after that, because that's what directly supports them. So it is all kind of one big loop, but finding the way to prioritize that. As I mentioned before, I always try to throw that family first, and then after that, I really do I focus on the people, right? Keeping your employees happy and the people that are behind the brand. So, it's hard to say, how you really prioritize it, because things just pop up throughout the year, at different avenues, whether it's with your family or your business or even, your second business, right? Yeah. So, what's nice is after doing this for 8 years, Jeff, is you do get kind of a flow where you order, on your schedules, and you obviously do your taxes, your QuickBooks, and all that on schedule. So once you kind of start flowing with the business and getting things all on track, then that's when you can start to look at adding a piece here or seeing what would fit next.
Yeah. What's your assessment of the current retail climate now? I mean, there's probably some seasonality to your business, obviously, but as we kind of head into the holiday season, what are you seeing out there from a consumer standpoint?
It seems pretty tough right now for a lot of brick and mortar retail businesses. And, I'll say it's never been easy, right? We live in an online era, and that's obviously going to be your main competition, is that fast and easy click. I will say what helps with a brick and mortar like ours is just having that, unique niche, culture, or following, I should say. So what's cool is, we offer exclusive products, right? Our Surf Wisconsin t-shirts, our Milwaukee Surf Club, Lake Effect Surf Shop stuff. And that's something you really can't get anywhere else. So, now people can purchase that online as well, but a lot of people, what I find is they come to the store for the experience, right? They want to talk to you. They want to be around other surfers and be immersed in that culture. So what helps with these niche businesses like ours is that, it's not only a place to come and buy goods, but it's a place you can come and, hang out with other people that have the like mind, talk with other people who know the culture that you're in, and just share those experiences.
Yeah, I've always appreciated, Jake, your kind of your approach to planting seeds and cultivating community. I mean, you're involved in the Business Improvement District in Shorewood, so it's kind of a rising tides lifts all boats from a surf standpoint, right? That's what you do each and every day.
Absolutely. Well, and I love when you say planting seeds, Jeff. You mentioned that, that phrase. And I thought about that the other day, and I'm like, if you really want to just say building relationships, that's pretty much the same thing, right?
Right.
I hope that doesn't sound too slimy businessman of me say, plant the seeds that, hopefully we'll make that money later, right? But what it really comes down to is just building a relationship. That seed is just your introduction to that relationship with the customer, or honestly, I consider most of them friends at this point. So
very good. So if you're heading out surfing after this, what is it? Full wetsuit, and like how cold is it? Is it getting out there?
Oh, it's so funny you mentioned that, because we're in one of the few surf climates where the air temperature fluctuates literally 100 degrees throughout the year, right? It can be 100 in the summer, and it can be easily 0 in the winter. So, a couple of days ago, I was wearing a 3mm wetsuit without boots and gloves and just fine out there. I woke up today, it's 40 degrees and windy, and I'll probably be in a 5.4mm with a hood, boots, and gloves. So, it's just you wake up and you see what Mother Nature's going to give you, and you work with it.
All right, very good. Surf on. Have a great day, Jake, and appreciate your time.
Jeff.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Jake Brissett is the owner of Lake Effect Surf Shop in Shorewood, Wisconsin. Check them out. It's a great local retail option. This is The Upswing, and you're listening to WTMJ.
While you rest on the weekends, we work for you. Wisconsin's Weekend Morning News with Libby Collins. The latest in news.
The Brewers and the Bucks have been closely watching this Valley Sports parent company, because fans want to know how they're going to continue to watch these games.
Entertainment.
Ryan Turek, Vice President of Feature Film Development for Blumhouse.
That movie really connected with audiences because it felt like it could happen to you.
And more every Sunday morning starting at 8 on WTMJ.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers, where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
Annex Wealth Management, investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning from a fee-only fiduciary. Forget commission sales pitches and financial products you don't need. Know the difference. Annex provides elite, comprehensive financial planning customized to who you are and what you need. AnnexWealth.com.
Did your home suffer damage from a storm or severe weather? Don't stress any longer. Loyal Family Renovations treats all of its customers like they've joined their personal family, and every project as if the work was being done at their own house. Loyal Family Renovations has a leg up on the competition due to the personal relationships they've built with insurance adjusters over the years. Loyal Family is family-owned, and the loyalty belongs to their customers. Contact them today to get your free home inspection. LoyalFamilyRenovations.com.
This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, and I want to talk about exactly what we do. When you come here, you're going to get 2 shots with 2 very small needles. One will be a medication called Toradol, which is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, completely different from a standard steroid or cortisone injection. This medication is safe and a great pain reliever. The other will be hyaluronic acid, which is a naturally occurring fluid found in all of our joints. What hyaluronic acid does is it helps recoat the inside surfaces to provide cushioning and lubrication. It helps slow down the osteoarthritis process to a point where patients may not need surgery. All of this, combined with using our state-of-the-art Ultra G machine developed by NASA, has produced profound results. What we do works. And the best part about this is that insurance covers most of our patients' treatments.
Rejuvenex.
rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Time for Jeff Sherman's Try, Take, Buy on the Upswing.
Do it. Try it. Do it. Try it.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. Indeed, try, take, buy. Let's go. Try. Halloween lights are coming to downtown Milwaukee. New this year from the Downtown Business Improvement District. The district is partnering with Baird and the Wisconsin Center District to present a seasonal display of lights for families. Obviously, the Milwaukee Holiday Lights Festival is an institution downtown. Now they're adding Halloween lights in downtown Milwaukee, now through Halloween. The Halloween Village at the Baird Community Commons at the new Baird Center, 400 West Wisconsin Avenue, has a spooktacular scene for photo ops, an outdoor display for pictures, interactive figures, a walkthrough with this giant 12-foot pumpkin, interactive lighting figures, ghosts, scarecrows, Frankenstein, 2 different witches, and much, much more. Check out the Halloween Village at the Baird Center. There's daytime hours and, of course, nighttime hours, too. The experience is free and open to the public. My take, it's a literal take. If someone you need, if someone you know, someone you love needs an ID to vote, you can take them to the DMV, and the DMV has answers to all your questions. Ahead of the Wisconsin general election, which is obviously November 5th, the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, the Division of Motor Vehicles, reminding us that citizens can obtain identification free of charge that is valid for voting. Valid identification for voting purposes includes a driver's license, identification card, military or student ID cards. There is no separate voter ID card. So if you want to, anyone with questions about obtaining a valid ID that can be used to vote should call the DMV's toll-free hotline at 844-588-1069. A civic service right there to make sure that you have the proper ID for Election Day. My buy, well, it's almost lunchtime. I don't know. I'm not recommending that you go to Taco Bell for lunch, but I do kind of like Taco Bell. And I like the innovation specifically that's coming out of Taco Bell. I do buy into its new budgeting tool on its app. If you download the Taco Bell mobile app, it has this new Name Your Price tool that helps customers stick to a budget. It's pretty creative. Instead of just entering what you want and seeing the total, this tool allows users to set a subtotal between $5 and $25 and then randomly selects menu items within that price range. It's reverse engineering our lunchtime or our dinner time or our late night dining, whatever it is. Users can pin the items into their cart and then re-randomize to find other combinations if you want. The tool doesn't include drinks or freezes or any of the combos or the specials, but it's a pretty interesting way to look at fast food. You put in the dollar amount you want to spend. It gives you the items on the menu that it recommends. I talked about this idea with my kids, and they're like, wow, that's pretty interesting. And they're all about the apps and finding creative ways to spend their parents' money. So they're like, all right, wow, I can just put in $5 and it will tell me exactly what I want, and it won't go over or under. Yes, budgeting tools from the big fast food giants. You know, sometimes we can roll our eyes at them, but making budgeting easier is a good thing for all of us. All right, tomorrow on the show, we have the business of sports. Brian Lammy from Team Lammy will join. We have a bunch of fun topics we're going to go through. And then the owners of Burghardt Sporting Goods will join, talk about their family business and moving into some new innovative opportunities at Burghardt Sporting Goods. This is The Upswing. You're listening to WTMJ. Coming up next is Wisconsin's Midday News.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Panera Bread is back on track with a new store on Economawalk, with some slight changes. The company pitched a new location about 2 years ago. After some issues with the property, it switched to a spot down the street and trimmed down the size of the cafe. Milwaukee has one of the most competitive apartment markets in the country, according to a new report from Rent Cafe. While hundreds of new apartments have come online in